All right, guys, welcome back. Sports Cards Nonsense with a brand new episode. I am Mike Gioseffi, along as always with the big fella, Jesse, the producer. What's happening, Jay?
What's up, buddy?
That
Oh,
was the
do I
intro.
say?
That was your energy.
Uh, hey guys.
I like turtles.
Wow.
I guess we're rolling with that.
We
Good
did it.
God. All right. Quick little preview of the show today. We're going to talk about some of our past buys and sells, see our track record, what's been making money, what's been losing money. We've been getting a lot of hate, too, for the TikTok videos and the YouTube stuff about not buying baseball. That is still the best advice right now. Do not waste your money and tie it up with baseball. There's no reason to. Going to talk about some other sports you can make money in the meantime. Got a new segment today, too. Producer Jesse, Mr. Energy over there, is going to throw out some names, going to do some rapid-fire buys and sells. And then we're going to talk about Tom. The GOAT got absolutely destroyed last night on Sunday Night Football. Hurts my heart to see the old man get beat up like that. But, hey, every once in a while it happens. Even the greatest of all time lose once in a while. So let's get right into it, Jess. Some of our past predictions. I know we've been high on a couple guys here. We've been talking big-time guys you should be buying. First on the list, Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been a buy in my book for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Guy absolutely looked phenomenal yesterday against the Seahawks. Smashed Wilson and the boys. That Buffalo team looks legit. I think there's no way they are losing the East, so they're definitely a playoff team. Maybe grab a first-round bye. Josh Allen's shown us in the past he's got some playoff or some MVP caliber type play in him for at least streaks. I think there's still plenty of room for him to get back to where he was week one. His stuff was crazy high after the first 4 weeks. I think you can still buy Josh Allen about 25% lower than it was at its peak. It's a great buy to me. That's one of the few we were actually right about. Tua, another guy. Tua balled out yesterday against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. We're still on the Tua train. I still think there is a ton of room for him to grow. You look at where he's at compared to like Justin Herbert and Joey Burrow. You know, that guy's still got some potential to keep growing and profit. So not as much profit there as there was if you bought him 3-4 weeks ago. But I think Tua is still a good investment. And the Dolphins are a good team. That team's potentially a playoff team. Tua is exciting. The dude got it going with the arm and the legs yesterday in a big-time game against Kyler. So I think Tua is a guy you should still be looking to. Basketball, too, man. Basketball has taken off literally in the last 48 hours, even less than that. We saw Luka, who we have been pumping up big time, buy donkey cards. If you were buying donkey PSA 10 prisms, Luka Doncic at $1,200, they are now snap filling on eBay and in rooms, Facebook rooms at $1,500 all day. The NBA hype is here way earlier than anybody thought. Ja Morant stuff is way up. Guys love Morant. I'll be honest with you, too. Quick little intro with a pick, little breakup. I love Select. Ja Morant PSA 10 Select rookies. You can get these things right now for like $170 to $185 in that range. Select, to me, is an undervalued brand. I think it's an awesome buy. So I am still all in on Ja Morant. I love his Select PSA 10s. I like his Mosaic PSA 10 cards as well. If you've been checking out our mail days recently, you know I've got a stack of those about as tall as I am, which is not that tall for a person, but it's tall for a stack of cards. So buy Morant. And then I noticed our 6'5" producer had something to say about that. Anything to add there?
Funny.
Or just a
I just
chuckle?
thought it was humorous. I love it. Keep going.
Okay. Good for you. And then 3 other letters, CMC. The first time and probably one of the only times you will hear us say buy a football running back. It was Christian McCaffrey a week ago. Had a couple touchdowns yesterday on the ground and in the air. Guy looked pretty good. The Panthers offense putting up decent numbers, and McCaffrey is still low because he was off the injury. I still think he's a decent buy right now. I hate to say it, one of our big losses, the team that continues to break my heart over the decades, the New York Giants. Daniel Jones looked very good yesterday. You got his numbers pulled up there, Jess. What was DJ's stat line yesterday against the Washington team?
We had 23 out of 34, 212 yards, 1 touchdown, no turnovers, and a win.
Yeah, Jones, I have been saying for weeks now, just find a barrel and dump his stuff. I'll say this. I still would have advised doing that weeks ago. If you've still got his stuff and you don't want to just absolutely give it away and you want to hold it, maybe there's some potential there. He looked halfway decent against Tampa last week. Costly turnovers have been his big thing. But yesterday, 65% completion. There we go. Percentage. Edit that sound. 212 yards, not a huge day. The biggest thing for him, 2 biggest things that pop out to me. Finally, no turnovers for Danny Dimes and a win against a divisional opponent. What's crazy is they're actually still in the divisional hunt because that division is hot garbage. So if you've still got Danny Jones stuff, I'm not suggesting anybody go out and buy it, but if you're one of the few who held it over, I'm actually okay with you holding it. So there's a little bit of our track record, some of our past buys and sells advising there. Next topic is one I don't know that we've gotten more reaction, Jay, of any of the TikTok videos we've been posting as to the one when we said if you're buying baseball right now, you're basically an idiot. It's
People
been
either
kind of
thought you were a
comical.
genius or they hated you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And guys get man, the baseball crowd in this hobby gets so stinking emotional about this. It's laughable. I thought you were playing for a minute. That's just the soundboard. That's too bad.
I just wanted to throw something in.
Sure, throw it in there. I'll tell you this right now. Here is the reason we have been saying you do not buy baseball. Everybody has been whining about that and happened in the Facebook group too. Oh, you said not to buy baseball. It's at a low right now. You buy low, you sell high. Yeah, that's right in theory. And it's cute. It's a cute theory for you guys who want to be lazy and not be too involved in this. Here's the reason I'm saying don't buy baseball right now. Yes, it's low. In the next 45 to 60 days, it's going to continue to drop. Why buy low and sell high when you can just wait a little bit, buy lower, and then sell for the same high in a couple months? I honestly don't think baseball takes any turn in the positive direction until after January. So again, if you're locking up your money with baseball right now, I have no use for that play in the market right now. So many other areas to make money, including basketball. Basketball is still the buy right now. It's a hold for 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks, although that's being accelerated. The fact that we're seeing Luka, Ja, Zion, all this stuff jump in value this early, there's just no reason not to be buying basketball. And you know what? Here's the good thing for you baseball loyalists out there. You want to buy low and sell high? Do it in January. In the next 2 months, make money with basketball. Then you can still make your boring baseball play. The vintage guys also started chirping in. I'll say this, when it comes to vintage baseball, you can never lose money with nice vintage. Nice, graded vintage baseball, especially Hall of Fame rookies, you're never going to lose money. So if you want to just buy those now, I have no problem with it. It's like a slow stock. You're going to gain 3 to 5% every year. That's cool. To me, I just think there's way too many other areas. Again, the other thing I like about basketball now, it was huge news, and we didn't talk about it last time because it popped after that show was recorded. The CBA and Adam Silver have agreed. I think basketball, the official start date now is December 22nd. That is massive news. The fact that they're definitely going to play a season, it's going to be 72 games, so we're going to get a ton of time to see these kids. And here's another thing. Guys like LeBron and Kawhi have already said because of the deep playoff run, they're going to chill out a little bit and probably take more games off than they would have normally in a regular season. I think that is awesome. You're going to start seeing the second and third tier rookies who no one really cares about right now get way more time to shine the regular season. So again, I'm still big time pushing Luka, Ja, and Zion. But there's other guys at this point too when it comes to baseball. Kobe White for the Bulls was exciting at the end of the year. I think he's still a great buy. MPJ I like. There's a bunch of guys I definitely still like who, aside from those big 2 or 3, there's a ton of money to be made in basketball. Buy it now, sell it in a few weeks, and then if you want to go back to your boring, slow baseball play, I'm all about it. Have fun, go nuts. But for right now, I'm out on baseball still. All right, up to our new segment now, the rapid fire. This is Gary V inspired. He did this the other day. I forget how he worded his, but I like this one. I kind of overrated, underrated was his segment. We're just going to do a straight buy and sell. I think J-Bo actually did a little show prep, a little homework this week, if I'm not mistaken. Let me focus here. Right in the camera. Here's your videos. I'm going to make it nice and easy for you.
I need
Fast,
you ready.
10 seconds or less.
Here
Throw me
go.
a name. Go.
Russ Wilson.
I'm a hold on Russ Wilson. I think Russ Wilson is a great player. I don't think he's doing anything value-wise unless he gets postseason success, and I'm still on the fence about that team. So I'm not doing either. Lamar Jackson, I hate to say it, I'm going back on my word now. I'm selling Lamar. I don't think that team can perform in the big moments, and that dude has no spine in big games.
Ronald Acuna.
I love Acuna. Here's the deal. He plays baseball. I'm out. I'm selling baseball right now. I'm not buying it. There's no chance, even though he's a stud.
The donkey, Luka.
Luka, I still love. His Prism PSA 10 base rookies jumped from 1,200 to 1,500 literally overnight. I still think there's room there. I'm still buying Luka the donkey.
Michael Porter Jr.
I love MPJ. The Nuggets are a stacked team. The whole team is under contract for a couple more years. He plays basketball, which to me is literally just money. I'm buying MPJ.
Kobe White.
Kobe White, I like. Yeah, we just mentioned he's one of those second, third tier type rookies. He's going to get a ton of playing time. He's a starter. I'm a buyer on Kobe White right now.
LaMelo Ball.
Man, LaMelo Ball, I can't do it. His last name right there, there's an asterisk because his dad's such a clown. It's tough to buy LaMelo Ball, and I don't know how his game translates to the NBA. His prices are already too high for me. I'm not buying. I don't know if I'm selling him either because there's not much to sell, but I'm certainly not buying LaMelo Ball.
Mahomes.
Man, Patrick Mahomes, I still think there's room to make money with Patrick Mahomes. He is at an all-time high for football. Here's the deal, though. That team, to me, is still the best team in football. He's the best QB in football. When they make a deep playoff and or Super Bowl run, which I think they're gonna, you can still make money if you're buying Patrick Mahomes right now.
Breeze.
Drew Brees is still just a regular season hero and a postseason puke. All these clowns, I'm going to get into this next segment, but all these guys telling me how great he is, I'm still not wasting my money on Drew Brees. The only thing he can do to increase his value is postseason performance, which he traditionally doesn't do. I'm not buying Drew Brees.
All right, one last one. Cam Newton.
Oh, God, no. If you still have Cam Newton cards, like hats off to you, Cam Newton is a clown. We had this poll up the other day. Cam Newton in the next 2 weeks is gone, and Jarrett Stidham is in there. So Cam Newton, I am a sell on. Jarrett Stidham, I am a buy on.
All right, there you go, folks.
Cool. There you go. That was our first buy sell segment. Not as clean as it should have been. I'll try to make the answers a little more concise for you next time, but we tried. That brings us to our last segment. Brady Rant. Brady, if you know me, he is my guy in sports. Love the dude. If you are still on the train that he's not the all-time greatest quarterback, that's fine. You're just a clown, and it's never going to change. That's fine. No problem. I don't need any more people chirping today about how Drew Brees, that victory last night, means anything as far as legacy. It's a huge regular season game. It's a huge divisional game, and it probably has playoff seeding implication. It means nothing. Brady is 43 years old. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. Every postseason record, he's going to end with most regular season records. The dude's unbelievable. He's got 6 rings and 3 other Super Bowl losses. His legacy is cemented. On the other side of the argument, people now chirping about how great Drew Brees is. Drew Brees has always been a great regular season quarterback. Win in the playoffs, Drew. I don't care if you win 1,000-0 against Brady week 8, week 9 of a regular season. Win playoff games. I'm also sick of all these Drew Brees supporters telling me it's because of the pass interference call. His defense let him down. It's a dude who's been in the playoffs 3 years in a row and there have been issues like that. Okay, there's a couple of valid excuses. He's been in the league like 20 years. Dude, you've been to 1 Super Bowl. Somebody today, too, was chirping on Facebook. He's become the equivalent of Peyton Manning. I'll be honest with you. At least Peyton Manning, first of all, more postseason success than Brees has ever had. He's been to a couple Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowls, as opposed to Brees' 1. And if you want to know why Peyton didn't make more Super Bowl appearances, he was going against Belichick, Brady, and the Pats, who were a monster his entire career. Who's been holding Drew Brees out of the playoffs? Like, who's the juggernaut on the NFC that has been competing against Drew all these years to keep him out? You want to tell me Drew Brees is top 10 all time? Fine. One of the top 2, 3 greatest regular season quarterbacks of all time? No problem. Sign me up. But legacy games? If this is your legacy game and you're Drew Brees right now, that's the problem. You're so worried about these regular season performances. Win in the playoffs, you clown. Other than that, there's nothing else at this point in his career that helps him or hurts him. You just got to win big games. That is it. Nothing else. Win playoff games and win another ring. There you go. That's my rant for the week, the Brady rant. We're going to be back tonight, guys, too. We're going to try to work it into the show, but for the first time ever, I don't know if you saw, I tagged you in a couple emails and a couple of the Facebook chains going around. First week ever, we actually got a ton of response to the mailbag question. We asked people, hey, throw out comments, questions. You get to look at that at all?
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I want to encourage everybody else. If you have a question, if you disagree, shoot it over to us. You can make a comment on YouTube, send it to us on Facebook, TikTok, for God's sake. But yeah, any of those.
I get so much heat for being on TikTok. I do hate it, but man, we've gotten, 40, 50,000 views in like 2 weeks?
It's crazy.
You got to use it. So make sure you like, subscribe, listen, whatever. The podcast link will always be included. This show will be uploaded to the YouTube channel as well. Sports, Cards, and Nonsense with Mike Gioseffi. Make sure you check it out. The mailbag segment, we're going to do a whole separate show tonight. It's going to be like 5 or 10 minutes. I don't even know if I'm going to invite you on after your performance today. Quite frankly, you were a little Brady-esque. So, yeah, we'll do that one tonight. We'll kick out another episode. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you for the next show. See ya.